Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Vegan Yogi Linda in the kitchen and on the mat. And today we are neither. We are in the garden. Just thought I'd take you through an update on my garden. It's been about 4 weeks since I posted the initial video. So I just want to show you how things are coming along and what's doing well and what's not. And we'll start exactly where we started last month, so you can see how much my dill has grown. It is amazing, and I have been harvesting it and using it. Best way to do that is instead of pulling them out, is just cut out what you need and it'll keep growing more. I do the same with my green onions. They were doing well last month and they're still doing well. And I'll probably today I'm going to do some gardening. I'll probably trim out some of these yellow bits, but you can see where I've cut off onions, and you leave the rest in and they grow back. I have pulled out one, you can see a little hole there, just because it was getting a little crowded and it was quite big, so I pulled that out and I used that. This is my basil, not doing well at all. I'm not having much luck with basil at all this year. I usually do, so I don't know why, but maybe it'll come away when the hot weather stays. My lavender, you'll remember my lavender last month, the flowers were just about to open. Now they're all open. It smells heavenly, and it's funny, usually when I come to this plant it is full of bees. The bees love this plant. There's no bees in there right now, but usually there's tons in there. Get my shadow out of the way. There's my mint, and you can see it's doing really well as well, and I just keep harvesting it. You see lots of runners. It sets out a lot, but it's doing really well. And then my first planter. This is the one where I've got the peas, and the peas are all starting to grow up the trellis, so doing well. And my 4 peppers, they have not grown, but they're still alive and they're doing okay. And you can see I've only got 1 nasturtium left. I have harvested the others because I thought they were too close to the peppers, so I harvested them and used them in a salad. Nice peppery flavored leaves. And my oregano, which I too have used some in my cooking, so it's doing really well and very healthy. Really likes water. Yeah, it's pretty dry right now, so I'll be watering soon. And remember that poor little plant that wasn't doing well, my flowers? That's all I've got left of it. So it's still alive. I'm still looking after it. The other 2 flowers that were in there, they did not survive. So this one, it's not doing great, but it's still there. I won't give up on it. And over to my second little grouping, and here's my parsley, doing really well. I have not harvested anything out of here yet because it's quite small, but it is getting to the point now where I think I can start harvesting and putting them in salads. We've been eating a lot of salads. For those of you that follow me on my Instagram, you know that, you've seen them. My big planter here, look at these beans. Like, seriously, look at how they're just climbing up the trellis. Like, they're doing very well. There's I've got a bug that obviously likes my bean leaves, but I'm not bothered by that. That's fine. I've got lots of ladybugs, so hopefully it improves. There is enough healthiness on here. So yeah, my beans are doing great. And in the rest of here I have planted cucumbers. No sign of them yet, so we'll give them a little time. Here's my other planter with the flowers, and funny enough, the one that's not doing well in this one is the little pink ones, the ones that have survived on the other side. So I've got to do some deadheading in here, but otherwise doing really well. My little miniature rose, and it is really growing. Look at that, and tons of buds just ready to open. Next time I do my update, I'm sure it'll be in full bloom. And look at this beautiful cilantro, and I have been harvesting this lots. We love cilantro, as I have said today, and so I've been throwing that in our salads. I'm also going to harvest some of it today. I'm going to make a Mexican style dressing with lime and cilantro, so beautiful. My rosemary doing well, and the flowers have all died off now, so I could pull those off at any time, but still harvesting from there always. It's awesome. Let's come to my tomatoes. So this is the cherry tomato. You can see there's two little tomatoes in there. They're not very big. The plant itself is not very healthy, but still alive, so I'm hoping. There is a couple of little flowers on there, so maybe we'll get some tomatoes after all. This was my smaller, cheaper tomato, and it is doing amazing. And I had a whole bunch of flowers inside there. They're all gone now, so should be seeing some tomatoes soon. This is the one that was down to just a stalk, and again, I'm not sure I'll get any tomatoes on it this year, but it's alive, so I will look after it and hopefully it'll come away nicely. And my beefsteak, which again, like, it's starting to look healthier, but not amazing, and I haven't seen any flowers on it yet, so we'll see how it does. Now let's get to the beds. Check it out. Oh my gosh. I have been harvesting a lot out of here, and we'll start at this side with the spinach. Look at the spinach. Look at the size of these leaves. I'm going to put my hand like there. Look at the size of these leaves. Like, amazing, amazing, beautiful, beautiful spinach. We've been eating a lot of that. And then the next row is my kale and arugula. And I am going to be cutting these off today, but I wanted to leave them and show you. They're both sending out these runners now that end up with flowers on the top. You should cut these right back, because once they start to send them out, all the energy goes into those runners. See here it is on the arugula, a couple of them there on the arugula. So I'm going to cut those right back today. I have been harvesting a lot of this. Amazing. The arugula has so much flavor and it's so good. Both are extremely tender. The next row is my lettuce, my mixed lettuce, and you can see I've got all different kinds of lettuce in there. Again, we've been eating lots of that, and there's lots more to eat. And again, what I do early, what I've been doing this month, is instead of thinning, what I do is I actually harvest and thin it that way, so that we're eating the baby greens. But once they're all thinned out, I don't pull out the whole plant anymore. I just cut off the leaves that I want, and it will send out new leaves. So it'll keep growing for as long as you leave it in there, the roots in there. My next two rows are the beets, and I've been doing the same with the beets. Instead of thinning and moving, whenever we're having a salad, I just pull out and discard the root, because the root is not a full beet yet. And once we get to that point, then I will just harvest some of the leaves and leave the roots in until they are ready to be harvested. Next row is Swiss chard, and I don't know if you can tell, but I bought a multicolored, so I've got some yellow in there, some orange, and some red. They're beautiful, and I've been harvesting those as well. Next row is leeks, and I've got a couple of things showing there, and I'm not sure if they're leeks or weeds, so I'm assuming they're probably weeds, because they're the only ones that have come up. My final row here is my onions and my celery. So I do have some onions coming up. They're not really strong, but they are starting to grow, and I'm happy with that, because I have never had luck with onions. And here's my first little celery plant. Remember, I was growing it inside. It is thriving, doing really, really well. And these are the celery sticks, so they'll grow. And I've started another one inside. It's not taking off as quickly as this one did, but once it does take off, I will replant that one as well. Here's the second bed, and we've got first row of potatoes. Now, I don't know if you remember last month my potatoes were not growing, so I did dig to check on them, and they did not grow. They were all duds, so I dug them out, chucked them, and planted some new ones. And this is within a month. Look at them, they're beautiful. So growing very nicely. My next row, I've got broccoli, and look at this. I mean, freaking amazing, right? And I have been harvesting the leaves from the broccoli. and slicing them thin and putting them in salad. Beautiful, amazing flavor. Can you see my broccoli in here growing? One in there. There's another one in there. I've got some over here too. There's two. There's one on the other side of that leaf, growing very nicely. So they'll be harvesting soon. And once you cut those out, and I'll show you this when we harvest, it puts out little babies. So I'll be getting broccoli off this all summer. My next row is cauliflower, and my cauliflower is not doing so well. Like, it was doing well, but look at this one. The leaves are yellowing, so I don't know. This one is doing better, and I have been harvesting the leaves off of this as well. Really good. My next row is cabbage, and I've also been harvesting the leaves off of these, and they're starting to grow little cabbages inside there, so we'll see how that does. My next row, I've got my zucchini here, and it's starting to do really well. And again, it's a yellow zucchini. And my watermelon, which has done nothing. It has been like that since I planted it, so I don't know. And again, another row of potatoes doing amazingly well. Let's come to my planters now. This is a new strawberry plant that I bought in a hanging basket. Look at the flowers, covered in flowers. So we're going to have lots and lots of strawberries, and there are some here forming already. So I will not pick them until they're very ripe to get the best flavor out of them. My basket, my hanging basket, and I do once a week I deadhead these, so it's about time for it to be deadheaded again. Here is my strawberry plant from the one that I showed you last month. Lots more flowers on it, and check out the strawberries. So yeah, they're just about ready to be harvested. I'll probably harvest them, slice them up, putting them into a nice spinach salad. And I bought 2 more hanging baskets here. Beautiful. Here's my apple tree, lots more leaves in it. And what's really exciting for me is we have some apples in there. Let's see if I can find a few for you. There's lots of them, lots and lots and lots. They're really tiny right now, but they'll grow. More. Look around here. Lots. Beautiful. And since last month, we have also planted this peach tree. So a little tree, it's shorter than me for now, but we'll look after it, see how that does. So far, it is thriving. Now, something else I want to show you that I didn't show you last month is the hill up behind us. I have planted wildflowers right in about that area right there, and they have not come up. I put them in soil, I watered them, nothing. But it's still quite beautiful up here. There's some morning glory, some thistle, tons of buttercups, and some daisies. There's some little purple flowers in there. I have just planted some lupin seeds, so hopefully those will come up. Even this ornamental grass. I just love it. Well, I hope you liked this update in my garden. I'm enjoying growing it. Hope you're enjoying following along with me. Till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. See ya.